Lesson 6.2b, the percent proportion. So we're continuing our percent discussion, and we're solving questions that are asking about the percents of certain numbers or having different parts of the problem missing. It says a percent proportion compares part of a quantity to a whole quantity. For one ratio, lists the percent as a number over 100 for the other ratio. So what they have listed there in the box is basically the way the proportion would look. I'm just going to write it, and I would like for you to add this to your notes that might help you figure out what numbers go in what places. Every time you set up one of these problems, every time, this is how you begin. Fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar, 100 on the bottom right. Every time. Fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar, 100 on the bottom right. If in the problem they give you the percentage amount, that goes above the 100, because we said yesterday percent literally means per 100. Also in these problems you're going to find the word of a lot. The of number behind the of goes on the bottom. The of number goes on the bottom. The of number goes on the bottom, and the other number, which after we do a few of these, you'll know what we're talking about, the other number goes on the top. They're saying a part of a whole. So the part's on top, the whole's on the bottom. I think it's easier. You find that word of, that for sure goes on the bottom. Okay, so if I'm looking at this problem and we're following my guidelines over here, we're going to try this. Fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar, 100 on the bottom right. It says what percent of 24 is 18? Do they give you the percent on that one? On example 1, do they give you the percentage? No, that's what you're solving for. So you have to put n above the 100. That's what's going to happen on these. One of these three things is going to be missing. You always set up fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar, 100 on the bottom right. One of the other three things is going to be missing. So right now there's no percentage. That's what's missing. In the problem that I have circled, do you see the word of? What percent of 24 is 18? Do you see the word of? Yeah. What number is directly following of, Emily? So 24 goes on the bottom left. Always and forever. You look for the word of, and whatever's behind it goes on the bottom. Yes?
So it's just like proportions, but you have to understand a sentence so you can make the problem?
Correct. It's just like writing proportions last chapter, but this thing is a preset place for each number. Percentage always goes above 100. The number following of goes to the bottom left. Now, it says other number. Do you see any other number in that problem? 18 is my other number. That's why there's really no way to describe the other number other than it's the other number. Sometimes the percentage is missing. Sometimes the of number is missing. Sometimes the other number is missing. You just kind of have to go with the flow. They're all going to be a little different. Once you have all four spots filled in, just like always, cross, cross. That's what I expect to see on your homework. That problem with cross, cross. Then you're going to write 18 times 100 equals 24 times n. That is exactly what I expect to see on your homework in case there's any question. Exactly this. You may now use a calculator. 1800 equals 24n. What's the last step? Divide both sides by 24. So 1800 divided by 24, and I get 75. Now here's where you have to think a little bit. Some of the questions are going to ask you to find the percentage. So you must answer as a percentage. Some of the problems already have the percentage there, so your answer will not have a percent sign. This one says, what percent of 74 is 18? Is my answer 75% or just 75? Are we trying to find a percent? This one, since it says what percent, you must say 75%. Anytime you're trying to find above the 100, that means you're going to answer with a percentage. So, just to be clear about that, if you have to have the percent sign and you don't write it, the answer's wrong. If you write the percent sign and you don't need it, it is also wrong because it means two different things. Are there any questions about how we set that problem up right there? All right, let's scroll down to number 1. We're going to try number 1. And we're going to say fraction bar equals sign fraction bar 100 on the bottom right. It says what number is 25% of 20? You write fraction bar equals sign fraction bar 100 on the bottom right. I always go counterclockwise. I've got 100, now I go up to here because it's easy to see if they gave me a percentage. Did they give me a percentage?
Yes.
What is it?
25.
So you're going to write 25 above the 100. You know what? I kind of fibbed. I go there. I don't go counterclockwise. Sorry. I go there, and then the of number is the easiest. Sorry about that. Do you see the word of?
Yes.
What's the number behind it?
20.
So 20 goes in the bottom left. What's my other number? X or N. Doesn't matter. We don't know it. We've got all the spots filled in now. We're ready to cross, and this is what you'd show on your homework. So we're going to say X times 100 equals 20 times 25. What's X times 100? How do we write that? 100X. And then 20 times 25 would be 500. What's my last step? Divide by 100 so that X equals 5. Now is it 5% or is it 5? 5 because there's already a percentage there. 5. Something I want to point out because we had a little issue with this today. Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. It came out with 5. Is it necessary to round? No. No decimal there. Don't have to worry about it. Questions about number 1? Okay, let's look at number 3. Let's look at number 3. 30 is 75% of what number? Okay, so I'm going to go down here with this. We're going to go fraction bar equals sign fraction bar 100 on the bottom right. Did they give me a percentage?
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
75.
So 75 goes above the 100. Do you see the word of?
Yes.
What number's behind it?
Nothing.
Nothing. So what does that mean?
X is in the bottom.
Okay. N or X is on the bottom. Do we have another number?
Yes.
What is it?
30.
So 30 goes above the N. Cross, cross. So 30 times 100 equals N times 75. So this would be 3,000 equals 75N. Divide both sides by 75. $40. Is it 40% or 40?
40.
40. Okay, number 5. I'm going to erase this up at the top. Because you should have that written down by now. So this was 5, and we said this one's 40. All right, number 5. What number is 20% of 625? So we're going to go fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar, 100 on the bottom right. Did they give me a percentage?
Yes,
20. 20 goes above the 100. Do you see the word of? So where's it go? Bottom. And then no other number. Cross, cross. N times 100. And 625 times 20. $100N equals, and then we take 625 times 20. 12,500. It is. Last step, as always, divide. When you divide by 100 like that, you know you can just cross out the zeros, right? What's N equal? 125. Is it 125 or 125%? 125. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do number 6. 12 is what percent of 30? So number 6. Fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar, 100 on the bottom right. Did they give us a percentage? I'm doing number 6. 12 is what percent of 30? Did they give us a percentage? No. So N goes above the 100. Do you see the word of? Yes. So what number goes on the bottom? 30. So the other number must be 12. We're going to cross. 12 times 100 and 30 times N. 12 times 100 is 1200 and 30N. Last step, as always, divide by 30. Well, I got rid of those zeros. 120 divided by 3. What would that be? 40. Is this 40% or just 40? This time it is 40%. Okay, I was hoping to do one with a rounding, so I am going to do number 4. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do number 4. We're going to do it up here. Fraction bar, equal sign, fraction bar, 100 on the bottom right. Did they give us a percentage? Number 4. 40% of what number is 36? Did they give us a percentage? Yes. 40%, so that means 40 goes up here. Where's the 36 go? The top, because you see the word of? There's no number behind it, is it? It goes like this. So we're going to cross. This isn't going to come out that way either. So 36 times 100 equals N times 40. 3,600 equals 40N. Yeah, this isn't going to give us a decimal either. So N equals 9. Is it 9 or 9%?
It's 90. It's 90.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 360. Yes, I did that wrong. You're right, 90. I was thinking it was 36 divided. I thought I marked out both of them. I'm sorry. 90. So is it 90 or 90%? 90. Very good. 90. All right. Are there any questions?